Hello, I'm the Pokemon fan 993 here, back with more Pokemon TCG Online. So today we're gonna be doing another couple battles with our new grass deck. So our objectives this time are to choose to use two abilities, which I already have one of two from yesterday, and to play three supporter cards. Both are pretty easy. I'm going to be using this deck. If you want to go through the deck, you want to look at the deck itself, you can pause the video. I'm just gonna go through it real quick. Pokemon, trainer cards, and energy cards. So I normally really liked using this deck. I made a similar deck back when before TCG Live came a thing. It was a regular Pokemon TCG client, and it worked really well. It's kind of harder to use now because of the mass amount of fire Pokemon uses. Which, for those who don't know, fire is weak to grass, meaning they do double damage. However, because Charizard EX, the more popular one, the one that has Infernal Rain, actually is weak to grass because it becomes a dark type. And that means if someone tries to use that, it basically means that, it's not going to do super effective damage to us. I also have a old card that I'm using here. It's Decidueye. And if it's on the field, essentially, if it gets attacked, it can't be hurt by Pokemon V, VMAX, V-Star, and Pokemon GX. Which might be a little bit of a hard to use because a lot of people are using EX these days. Which means it mostly has no effect. However, there are some people that use V cards. So, I have a feeling it's going to, okay, so I started with a pretty bad hand. It was like we're both mulligan. So, we draw again. Still another mulligan. I think, yeah. So, he has a fire death. This could be over pretty quickly, actually. Where it comes on when he throws out, I might concede this battle. I just see what this Captain Cupcake is doing, which sounds really fruity, but, you know, to each their own. This is gonna be another this is another situation where the guy takes like a minute per move, like just putting something down on the board. All right, let's see what I get here. So we mulligan once, so he gets to draw one additional card. Okay, not a bad start. So we're gonna put Ogerpon EX on the field, throw it out on the bench, and we're gonna begin. Let's see what he starts with. He's gonna be able to draw one additional card because I had a mulligan. Actually, I think he might be able to draw two. I think it was a double mulligan. Nope, just one. Okay. So let's see what happens here. So Ogerpon EX is one of those newer cards. Basically, it's a little overpowered, but considering that yeah, this person's pretty much mocking me. Its ability allows it to attach a basic energy card from my hand to this Pokemon if I do draw a card. So I can put 2 energy on this Pokemon per turn. Him going first might make a slight difference, but if I manage to get enough energy, I can knock out that Charmander with a few things. This is also another card that I'm using. So this girl's just being a dick. So it works a lot like Candace. I play this. And I get to choose a combination of any grass energy and grass energy Pokemon cards to put in your hand. So I'm going to choose 2 energy, that's all I've gotten. And I'm going to attach Aromatic Energy to Ogerpon. This particular energy, ignore that guy, he's just being a dick, allows me to essentially, so I don't take any effects of damage done to the card, like poison, burn, stuff like that. I'm going to play Lady to draw 3 additional grass energy cards. That's just to thin out my deck a little bit so I draw maybe what I need. And then I use Teal Dance, which allows me to attack a basic energy to my Pokemon, and then I can draw 1 additional card, which actually is pretty nice, but I can't use it on this turn, so I end my turn. So, unless he has a Rare Candy EX and Pokemon and Charizard EX in his hand, he might be able to do something here. And to be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me if he managed to do that, because, my bad, I use he a lot because I don't see a lot of, and this is not being sexist, I just don't see a lot of female players playing this game. Okay, he has nothing he can do, so he might be mocking me just because he knows he can't do anything. I actually drew a really good setup here, so we're going to put, evolve Route with the Dartrix. We're going to play Avery to draw 3 additional cards. Actually, I don't remember putting 2 of those in my deck. Whatever. So then I'm going to put another Aromatic Energy, this time on Dartrix. And actually, this ability can be used a lot of times during one turn, meaning it's actually kind of broken to use. But sometimes you need broken cards in certain situations to make it work. So I'm going to do that. So let me draw 1 additional card. I'm going to use his ability on this one. This allows me to attach another energy card to him and draw 1 additional card yet again. I don't need Turffield Stadium, so I'm just going to go for Mirrored Leaf Shower. This girl's just being salty. So I'm going to do that. See, that's my problem with like the fire decks, especially this is obviously a copy and paste deck, is that it doesn't matter how well you set up your deck, you still can get trash, a trash starting hand like this person did. She even got one additional draw and didn't do her much good. So let's see what her next move is. It's just going to be a cop-out. I remember now, I put 2 Orbons in my deck just to make it so I can draw cards. So you discard an entire hand, draw 7 cards. So if we grab something good out of that, let's see. Any fire energy at no retreat cost. 3 energy, discard 2 energy from has 120 damage on your opponent's bench Pokemon, double weakness versus bench Pokemon. Okay. So now he's probably going to focus on Charmander if I take a guess, but I would have put if he's going to focus on Charmander, I would have put fire energy on Charmander, because Moltres is going to be around for 1 turn. Because of the way my shit's set up. Alright, so we're going to do that. We're going to attach energy to Decidueye. We are going to use Ogerpon's ability, to add 1 energy to it and draw 1 additional card, which is another energy. So I would do this on him too, but there's not really much of a point. Yes, I could do more damage, but I don't want to go through all my grass energies. So we're going to go for Mirrored Leaf Shower, which does another 150. Knocks her Moltres out. Lets me draw 1 additional prize card. I'm going to say this, by the way, too, especially with card games, especially online card games. If you get a trash hand, you don't want to deal with the opponent using either an overpowered deck or you're in a huge disadvantage. Don't be afraid to quit. People really, as far as I know in this community, unless people are just like looking at stats, is that I don't think you can check other people's stats in this game. Therefore, they can't see your win-loss ratio. At least to my knowledge, you can't do that because you can't even report people anymore in this game, I don't think. Okay, so it's over. I don't know if you got a really trash hand, what happened there. So we're going to play Adventure Discovery. I'm going to grab Leafeon V-Star for my deck, Orbeetle, and Orbeetle VMAX. I'm trying to rely too much on V Pokemon for the simple reason that Mimikyu exists, which has the same effect as this Decidueye has. So we're going to do that. We're going to attach an energy to Leafeon. Leafeon's ability allows me to attach 1 energy to it, but if I do, my turn ends. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to activate this Ogerpon's ability to attach 1 grass energy to Ogerpon. That's going to let me draw another additional card. I'm going to put Venusaur V on the bench, and then I'm just going to finish her off. So here's what I mean, is that you can copy and paste a deck, but the deck is like mediocre at best, or if it doesn't have very good energy, you're going to lose regardless if it's a good copy and paste deck or not. So that was a pretty much just one-sided thing. So I believe I actually accomplished all my goals here for the... yeah, she had the EX in her hand, so if she evolved it, my grass would have gone through it because it becomes dark when it evolves. Alright, so we're going to grab both these. That should give us enough. Nope, we're still a little bit of experience off from leveling up, just by a little bit. So we're going to play another couple games, see what happens here. I'm starting at one point for the grass to just be not enough. Also, we're finally getting to cooler weather out here, so maybe tomorrow I will do Pokemon Messenger. I want to do it, but problem is it's very hot in my house. We have no AC there. Those roll windows where they're more vertical than horizontal. So you can't, like they're tall-wise, so you can't really put AC in there, so we're relying on a bunch of fans. Only issue I'm having is if I turn on any fan in my room, you can hear it through the microphone, and I'm afraid it might drown out the background for the game or my voice. So in a sense, I have to either have to put my fan on very low and aim it away from me, or I have to shut it off, which... I've done it once or twice. I got Ogerpon again. This looks really similar to the last battle. And I don't like recording with a shirt off. I think recording with a shirt off is kind of a scummy thing to do. I think it's meant for the big jocks who think they're good at Call of Duty or stuff like that. And I am decent at Call of Duty, but I'm not going to stream my shirt off. It seems like it's really disrespectful. It's like with women. Yeah, you can walk around in the heat without a shirt on, but people will give you like those looks. Like, oh, she shouldn't be doing that. She's a woman. She shouldn't be doing that. So this is going to be interesting. I haven't seen a Zacian V deck in a while. I'm debating. I think I'm fine for this instance because I'm going to attach another Airmech energy to this Ogerpon to do what it did last time. I'm going to use Teal Dance. It lets me attach a grass energy to him. And it lets me draw a Rowlet, which actually is a pretty good card. I'm going to end my turn. So, with... Hang on a second. So the only issue with his thing is that I do 30 less damage to each of his Pokemon because they're steel. So most likely what Zacian's going to do here is going to use 1 turn. That allows it to take the top 3 cards of his deck and attach them to the Zacian V if they are steel energy. But then again, that also makes you end your turn. So I have essentially one turn at the very least to deal some damage. So I think with this situation, I'm going to put a lot of energy into Oropon. And okay, so going for Trepid Sword, he drew 3 cards, but he didn't draw a single steel energy. So the problem with Zacain V is that in order for you to use it properly, you have to make sure you have nothing but energies in your deck, and you can't really do that very easily. So I'm sorry if I'm talking. I just like to rant a little bit. It makes time go by a little bit faster when I do these videos. Makes me forget about the timer. You know what I mean? Sometimes videos lag on if you're just kind of sitting there watching the timer. All right, so we're gonna do. I gotta make sure I take down Zacian. So I'm gonna do a Teal Dance to add 1 aggressive energy to Oropon. I'm going to put another energy on Oropon. So Mirrored Leaf Shower does 3 more damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. So I'm going to do a 120 here. So unless he manages to find a way to get 3 energy on the Zacian this turn and then attack, he's good. If he doesn't, then I might be screwed here. I might have made a bit of a problem. Okay, so he evolves. Okay, this could work. So this Magnet Zone has Giga Magnet. For those who don't know, you're allowed to use Giga Magnet to attach a number of steel energy to your Pokemon any way you like. Press or burn it. 2 cards and discard them, shuffle your deck. Okay. However, I do have a way out of this, I believe. It really comes down to what I draw next turn, though. So you're going to go for Brave Blade. That's going to knock out Oropon. So like I said, it was a risky play throwing that in there and putting all the energy on that, but that's fine. So now my strategy is relatively simple. So he has... his Pokemon is GX, and his other Pokemon is Magnezone. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to activate Avery. That's going to let me draw 3 cards. And then if he had less than 3 Pokemon, more than 3 Pokemon meant, it would force him to discard cards until that card was around. Then I'm going to put 1 energy on Dartrix. Now this symbol here right next to Rowlet and Owens, actually I can do this without using a single energy. So I'm going to activate Super Growth to put Decidueye and Dartrix. Now, except for his Manzone, he can't really hurt me at all during my next turns because his Pokemon is a V, and his Lucario EMS is a GX, which, if you see right here, it negates. So, let's see what he does. Let's see if he's smart enough to know what he's going to do. Is he going to retreat, or is he going to wait till next turn? I will say this is a very risky play because I will... he should have put energy on Magnezone. I will only have 1 prize card left. So, let's see how smart he thinks he is. Okay, so I don't think he's paying attention because as soon as I get Decidueye on there, his cards are going to be pretty much useless. During my next turn, I'm going to activate Adventurous Discovery to add more V cards to my hand. Which is probably most likely going to be... Okay, he didn't do a thing, so... We're going to... Actually, should I... Let's do this. Alright, so we're going to add Pokemon V to our hand. So I'm actually going to put Leafeon, both Leafeon, and Butterfree into my hand. So the specific reason I'm doing this is because I can't attack anyway, but I'm going to put Leafeon and Butterfree here. I'm going to attach a Grass energy to Decidueye, and then I'm going to activate Leafeon's ability. Leafeon's ability allows me to attach 1 Grass energy card from my deck to Leafeon, but my turn ends after I do it. And since it's going to take a while for him to... what do you call it? For Zacian V to take out my tag team card, I think this is going to work out pretty well. Super Growth really doesn't do anything for me at this point. The only thing that sucks, I'm going to lose 3 prize cards, so this person's going to have 1 prize card left. But I'm still wondering if he's smart enough to attach enough Pokemon to it, because I believe, yeah, Power Beam is strong, but not strong enough to knock Decidueye out in 1 blow. And also, when Decidueye attacks, it does 20 damage to the opponent's Pokemon, regardless. So let's see what he does. He's probably going to go for Brave Blade and end his turn. Unless he might use Giga Magnet. Okay. So I really need a Bird Keeper card at some point here. But we're going to see what happens. Also, I'm going to say, if it lets you attach 6 energy cards like that to a top of the thing, I think a lot of situations your turn should end after that. But that's just my opinion on that one. So now we're going to use Gardenia's Vigor we are going to draw 2 cards, and then we're allowed to attach 2 grass energy to our Pokemon any way we like. So I'm going to attach 2 to Leafeon V, evolve Leafeon V into Leafeon V-Star, and then I'm going to attach 1 energy to Butterfree and activate Super Growth. So I was actually wrong here. So I'm going to evolve Butterfree into Butterfree VMAX. So back when I first made this deck, Butterfree VMAX is actually a very large threat because of its massive HP, and its max Super abilities takes 3 energy, but it does 150 and confuses and poisons the opponent. Meaning that not only do they take damage during turn, they might have the potential not to attack at all. Puts another Zacian down, okay. So he can't attack with Zacian, I believe, this turn unless he retreats and does it, which probably would be a smarter move, but let's see how smart he actually is. Because he goes for Intrepid Sword. So the issue he's going to have here is he's eventually going to run out of cards to attach, because, well, most decks, I don't know if the limit for energy is 20. That's what I always have it set to. So now we're going to put Orgrimmon on our bench. That's nice. We're going to activate Gardenia's Vigor again. It's going to allow us to draw cards, and we're allowed to attach 2 energy to our Pokemon. So we're going to choose Butterfree. And then I'm going to activate Orgrimmon's ability. It allows me to attach an energy to Orgrimmon and let me draw 1 additional card, which has Hero's Cape, which is actually very nice for us to have. So we're going to put Hero's Cape actually on Decidueye to get Decidueye around a little longer. And then, Leafeon also does have Ivysaur, which allows forces the opponent to swap out, so that might come in handy at some point. And I can't evolve anything, so I will end my turn. Yeah, I know I can't use any abilities this turn. Zacian's going to knock me out next turn. But at this point, he's used a lot of energy in his deck, so we're going to see what happens here. I will say, like, before TCG came around, Zacian was actually a very big threat. But now Zacian also has a V-Star. There's also a V-Star card, so that's a bit of a problem. But if he's gonna knock out my Pokemon here, that's cool and everything. Let's see. So that's a V unit that still doesn't affect the Decidueye. So let's see what he does here. I'm still looking for Bird Keeper. That's probably the last energy he probably has in his entire deck. I did the same thing, but mine are more kind of spread out. Quick Ball. Discard 1 card. I don't understand why you're using Quick Ball. Your bench is already full. Weird time to use it. Alright. What's he going to do now? He's going to attack me, most likely. Probably with... yeah. So actually we have a bit of a problem here. I didn't realize this before. However, this shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's basically just going to be, with Zacian V-Star in play, the Decidueye's ability actually doesn't work. So I'm going to see what he does here. Actually, no, it's only if he uses, Break Edge, if that happens. But even in that instance, I could still deal quite a bit of damage. So I'm going to take a chance here. I'm going to switch Butterfree VMAX in. And I'm going to use Orgrimmon's ability again to attach the energy I just drew to it to draw 1 additional card. And to Rowlet. Okay, so I have a second Rowlet. We're going to do that. I'm going to use G-Max Turbo. He's going to do 120 damage. But it's also going to poison and confuse the opponent. So, and also a benefit is Butterfree has no retreat cost. So we actually have a bit of advantage here. So during his turn, he's either going to swap out to avoid the whole thing, or something else is going to happen. Man, he's really just... He can't have that much energy left, though. That's the thing. He had no energy left. I still think Giga Magnet should be, For example, if Brave Blade or Intrepid Sword should only let you have the top 3 cards of your deck and attach them, and then your turn ends. It seems like more like Giga Magnet should, Giga Magnet should... What's he going for? Okay, so we won because of Dumb Walk. Alright. So that's the one instance where I think it got strong. The V-Decks got stronger, but I still don't like Zacian. Never have. And that's why you don't see me use a lot of these other decks, is because I don't want to use them. I also wish there was a way to report and talk to people in here other than just emotes. But, you know, deal what you deal with. So now I actually can... Oh. Got the tier unlocked 40. We're going to collect this, and I'm going to do one more battle, I think. I think I have no time to do one more battle. Ooh, we get a what rewards for this. Okay, let's see what this does. What all this stuff is. Okay. So we have 100 credits. 5 Twilight Masquerade booster packs. Darumaka. Clefairy. Probopass. Helioptile. Carmine. And Sinistcha. This one we have Caretaker. Phantump. Iron Bundle. Swirlix. A nice looking Art Pinsir. And an Alakazam. We have Whirlipede. Luxio. Morpeko. Snorunt. Volbeat. And a nice artwork Ogerpon EX, which is a fire. It's the fire mask. Collector's Crate. What does this do? Okay, so this must be Timber. Flores. Bug catching set. Ooh, Dracul EX. Ogerpon EX. Greninja EX. Luxray EX. Jesus. And Rescue Board. And we have Obsidian Flame Booster Pack. We have Surskit. Tadblub. Flamingo. Grand Bowl. Stunfisk. And Entei. That was a lot of cards. Did any of those get exchanged for credits? Yeah, some of them did. So we're going to do one more play now. One more run. I hope this one doesn't take as long as the other one did. And I just checked my phone just now. My stuff's here. So I bought a charging station for my PS5. So this this girl most likely has a dragon deck by the look of her deck, but you can't really go by the sleeves. He's calling the coin flip. If he gets heads, he's allowed to choose who goes first and second. And if he gets tails, I get to choose. Obviously, the orange Deoxys is the heads, and the other side is the tails. So you got tails, so I'm on the side who goes first. So I'm going to choose to go first in case I get Ogerpon again, because I've been getting him quite a lot, or her quite a lot. Oh, look at that, I did. Alright, cool. So we're going to put Ogerpon in play. Done when I'm ready. See what happens here. Okay, this might be a Lost Zone deck. I mean, this could take quite a bit of time to deal with. So we're putting Aromatic Energy on Ogerpon. We're going to activate Ogerpon's ability. Attach 1 Grass Energy to Ogerpon to draw 1 additional card. Next, we're going to activate Bug Catching Set. So I can choose 2 of these Pokemon. So on our board, we have... Did I get a Rowlet here? I did not. So we're going to choose the Grass Energy and Butterfree. Next, I'm going to put Butterfree on my bench and end my turn. So there is a bit of a chance here. If he doesn't put anything else on his bench, or isn't able to get anything else on his bench, I can actually end this pretty quickly. Of course, Experiment. He could go for Spit instantly, but even with the 110, it still wouldn't be enough. He'd have to use it twice. So this, for those who don't know what Lost Deck is, essentially there is a remove from play zone in Pokemon like a Yu-Gi-Oh! So with this card, he puts 3 of them in hand other than the Lost Zone. When there are 4 or more cards in the Lost Zone, this Pokemon's attack requires no cost for 110. So you have to make energy search to see if attach 1 energy to, or get 1 energy from his deck. I'm going to see what else he's going to do. Because if he can't put anything else on his... Okay, he has something else on his bench. Alright. This might actually end pretty quickly. Okay, so I'm going to draw 1 card. Good. We're going to use Ogerpon's ability to attach any other energy to it, which I believe allows us to do 120 damage. Right? Yes, that's enough to knock it out. We're going to activate Adventure Discovery. We're going to get Butterfree, V-Star, and Leafeon VMAX. Put it in our hand. We're going to put an energy on Butterfree V, put Butterfree VMAX on top of it, play Leafeon V, and then use Myriad Leaf Shower to knock out that Coromont. I will say Ogerpon makes this deck a lot quicker to use. Probably why I like it so much. Okay, we got Gardenia's Vigor. That's a very good card. And he puts Clefairy back into play. Let's see what else he gets. If he doesn't end up drawing any cards to... Okay, he puts another Coromont down. Must be what he drew. Nest Ball to add another Pokemon to his bench. Comfey. So Comfey's annoying because its ability can be used any point during any turn. So it makes it annoying. So sometimes it'll constantly switch in and out to keep putting cards in the Lost Zone. But Comfey's only good for the ability and not anything else. So... By the way, I don't know if you can check, by the way. Oh, you can check the Lost Zone in here. So he's put a total of 6 cards there means he can use Karma Spit instantly whenever he wants. Okay. He's just trying to delay my turns. Unfortunately, that's not going to do him any favors, because I can do this. Essentially, I'm going to play Gardenia's Vigor first. I'm going to attach 2 energy to Leafeon VMAX. Actually, this worked out pretty well, bad for him. I'm going to activate Netball, which allows me to add a Grass Energy to my hand. And then we're going to attach 1 Grass Energy to Leafeon V. We're going to retreat it for Butterfree VMAX, because Butterfree VMAX is stronger. We're going to evolve Leafeon V to Leafeon VMAX, V-Star, and then I'm going to go for G-Max Turtle Breeze. So normally that would poison and confuse it, but it's dead, so it doesn't matter. Take another prize card. My prize card is an Aromatic Energy. Let's go Fairy into play. So this deck is annoying, not so much that it's a little overpowered, but sometimes it takes so long to set up that it's not, to me, it's not fun to fight with. I wouldn't even consider using it unless I was literally given the deck and I had to use it. I didn't have a choice. He has no move, so his deck is not fleshed out very well. So now we're going to put the Air Balloon on Leafeon. This gives it a retreat cost of 0, meaning I can deal with that kind of later. Play Jasmine. Lets me have the top 4 cards in my deck and put 2 in my hand. So we're going to add Gardenia's Vigor and Hero's Cape to my hand. Hero's Cape is a one-of-a-kind card that you can only use once per, have 1 in your deck. I'm going to increase Butterfree's VMAX HP by 100. I'm going to put Aromatic VMAX on Leafeon. And then I'm going to use G-Max Turtle Breeze again to knock out his Clefairy. Or her Clefairy. I forget if it's a he or she. I think it's a she. I draw 1 card, which is another Orgapon EX. That's good. Karma is the last Pokemon in play. He has I only thought about 3 more of his Pokemon, and he has now 6 of mine, or in variations depending on what he knocks out. She knocks out. And she gave up. So that is, what is that? 2 wins, 1 loss. So that wasn't too bad. So anyway, that's my grass deck. I mean, you can copy if you want to because it's not a meta deck. If you want to copy it, you can. A couple cards that weren't really shown in this entire video was this, which allows him to strafe, does 20, switch your Pokemon with a bench Pokemon. The Strafe Blade allows you to do 30 energy for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon, so if he likes throwing a bunch of energy on his card, that's a good thing. Another one so is his VMAX, which allows him to put 1 damage counter on every single Pokemon as long as it's an active spot. And G-Max does 30 to 50 damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. It's not always useful, but it's a nice card. Another couple cards we didn't get to really to show off were Venusaur, which allows him to heal and deal damage, even though it does some damage to itself. And VMAX. Forest Storm allows him to do 30 times the amount of energy attached to all my Pokemon, which with Orgapon currently in play and all the cards I can attach to Pokemon, it could be really does a lot of damage. And G-Max Bloom takes 4 energy, but it does 210 damage and heals 30 from it. Another card we didn't really get to see much of was Turffield Stadium. This allows us to search our deck for an Evolution, Grass card, and Veil and put into our hand every single turn. Which people that very rarely use Grass, so it usually only benefits me. Birdkeeper allows us to switch our active Pokemon to our bench if we do get to draw 3 cards. This is called a Prism card. So you can have more than 1 Prism card in your deck at the same name in your deck. It's placed in the lost on if it's gone. But once during my turn, I might heal. Each player's turn, they might heal a 6 damage, remove all stat conditions from one of their Grass Pokemon. And if they try to play an item supported card, that prevents the damage done to the card. What else did we not see here? We didn't see much of this one. This one allows you to heal 80 damage from a Pokemon that has any Grass energy attached to it. Shock allows us to search deck for 2 evolution Pokemon. Normally we don't need that. And that's I think that's about it. Yeah, everything else was pretty much used at least once or twice. So anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank everyone for watching. This is the Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.